A warm welcome to all of you tuning in. It represents the peak of an empire, the moment when American car design was at its boldest and most extravagant. Picture it. The year is 1975, and the country is a tapestry of vibrant culture, a swirl of music, fashion, and the unmistakable scent of freedom wafting through the air. Amidst this backdrop, the Buick Regal emerges, not just as a car, but as a beacon of hope and aspiration for many Americans. If you were around back then, you'll remember the thrill of seeing it glide down the street, its colonnade hardtop styling catching the sunlight, casting reflections that danced like the dreams it carried. This was not merely a vehicle, it was a symbol of personal luxury, a promise of comfort wrapped in a sleek, commanding presence. Beneath that elegant exterior lay a heart that pulsed with power, either the robust V6 engine, boasting 200 cubic inches of raw American muscle, or the optional V8, a true beast with a displacement of 455 cubic inches that delivered up to 200 horsepower. These are the stats of a legend, numbers that echo the pride of a nation that knew how to build cars that were as much about identity as they were about transportation. The moment you stepped inside, you were enveloped by a world of plush interiors and thoughtful design. Cushy seats that beckoned you to take a long drive, perhaps to the drive-in theater where the latest blockbuster flick flickered on a giant screen under the stars. It was the kind of car that made you feel proud to be an American, where every mile traveled was a testament to the dreams and aspirations of the era. But to truly understand the Buick Regal, we must delve deeper, not just into its specifications or its striking lines, but into the very fabric of the America that created it. This was a time of change, of innovation, and the spirit of the nation was reflected in every rivet and curve of this magnificent automobile. The Regal was more than just a machine. It was a vessel of memories, a time capsule of an era that celebrated the open road and the promise of tomorrow. As we embark on this journey together, let us remember that every car tells a story, and the Buick Regal is no exception. As we take a step back and immerse ourselves in the vibrant world of automotive design and manufacturing in the 1970s, we find ourselves in the heart of Detroit, a city humming with innovation and ambition. It was a time when the American automobile was not just a means of transportation, but a symbol of freedom, creativity, and the unyielding spirit of a nation. The air was thick with the dreams of engineers and designers, each one vying to create the next big thing, a vehicle that would capture the hearts of the American people. At the forefront of this automotive renaissance was the Buick Motor Division of General Motors, founded by the visionary David Dunbar Buick in 1999. It was a lineage steeped in ambition and excellence that would ultimately shape the landscape of American luxury cars. By the time the 70s rolled around, Buick had become a powerhouse within GM, driven by the artistic genius of Bill Mitchell, the chief designer whose vision would define a new era of elegance and comfort. Under his guidance, the Buick design team was not just creating cars, they were crafting rolling pieces of art that embodied the aspirations of the American consumer. In those bustling design studios, the atmosphere was electric. Engineers and designers collaborated late into the night, fueled by coffee and the compelling soundtracks of the era, often punctuated by the soulful notes of Motown. They weren't just competing against one another. They were in a spirited race against Ford, Chrysler, and other rivals, all striving to carve their names into the rich tapestry of American automotive history. The stakes were high, and the competition was fierce. The Ford Torino and Oldsmobile Cutlass were formidable challengers, each vying for the attention of consumers eager for style and performance. The mood in Detroit was one of optimism and rivalry. While the country faced economic challenges, the automotive industry was a beacon of hope and innovation. The designers and engineers were aware that their creations would leave an indelible mark on the culture, and they were committed to pushing boundaries to meet the demands of a changing market. The popularity of muscle cars was giving way to a new desire for luxury and comfort, a shift that Buick was eager to embrace. As the industry evolved, so did the understanding of what consumers wanted. The mid-70s marked a pivotal moment. With the oil crisis reshaping preferences, fuel efficiency became a key consideration. Yet, amid these challenges, the spirit of American ingenuity prevailed. The visionaries in Detroit were determined to deliver vehicles that not only met practical needs, but also celebrated the American dream, cars that could take you anywhere, embodying freedom and adventure. In the heart of this competitive landscape, the stage was being set for a new contender that would soon emerge from the shadows, one that would capture the essence of luxury and style, while also reflecting the hopes and dreams of an entire generation. As we step into the mid-70s, America was a nation in transition. The air was thick with the sounds of change, echoing through the streets and the lives of everyday people. If you were around back then, you'll remember the vibrant melodies of artists like Elton John and the Eagles filling the radio waves as the nation sought solace and inspiration in music that spoke to a generation grappling with its identity. The optimism that had once been fueled by the space race was dimmed but not extinguished. It was a time when the dreams of reaching the stars were juxtaposed against the realities of an oil crisis, economic uncertainty, and a shifting cultural landscape. Young Americans were looking for something more than just a mode of transportation. They craved a statement, a reflection of their aspirations and desires, a car that embodied freedom and independence. They wanted to turn heads as they cruised down the boulevard, windows rolled down, the wind in their hair, and the sound of their favorite tunes wafting through the air. The automobile was no longer just a vehicle. It was a symbol of personal luxury and a gateway to the open road. Enter the 1975 Buick Regal. This was more than just a car. It was an answer to the cultural demand for style and comfort, wrapped in an aura of sophistication. With its elegant colonnade hardtop design, frameless door glass, and semi-fastback roofline, the Regal captured the essence of the time, a blend of modernity and tradition that made you feel proud to be an American. It was as if Bill Mitchell and his team at Buick had taken a snapshot of the era, translating the hopes and dreams of a generation into steel and chrome. The Regal was positioned as a personal luxury car, appealing to consumers who sought more than just a practical ride. It promised comfort with options for plush interiors and advanced sound insulation, making every drive a serene escape from the hustle and bustle of everyday life. As young couples piled into their Regals, they found a space that was not just about getting from point A to point B, but about creating memories, weekend getaways, late-night drives to the drive-in theater, or simply cruising with friends on a warm summer evening. In this cultural moment, the Buick Regal became a canvas for expression, a vehicle that resonated with the aspirations of a nation searching for its footing. It was a time when the automobile was a part of the American dream, blending the allure of luxury with the practicality of daily life. The Regal was not just a car. It was a companion for life's journeys, reflecting the hopes and dreams of a generation longing for a brighter future. And so, as the wheels began to turn on this new model, it became clear that the Buick Regal was ready to make its mark on the American landscape, a testament to a time of transformation and possibility. As we open the hood of the 1975 Buick Regal, we step into a realm where the heart of this American classic truly lies. Picture this: a warm summer evening, the sun dipping low in the sky, and the unmistakable rumble of a powerful engine fills the air. Under that long, sleek hood, you had options that made driving not just a mode of transport, but an exhilarating experience. The Regal offered both a robust V6 and an optional big block V8, the latter being a true testament to American muscle. Now, let's talk about that V8 engine. With a displacement of up to 455 cubic inches, this powerhouse could churn out up to 200 horsepower and an impressive 350 pound-feet of torque. It wasn't just numbers. It was the kind of raw, visceral power you could feel in your bones. When you turned the key and felt that engine spring to life, it was as if the car was awakening from a deep slumber, ready to take you on an adventure. The sound, oh, that glorious sound, was a deep, throaty growl that commanded attention, announcing to the world that you meant business. Driving the Regal was an experience steeped in pride. Imagine yourself cruising down a wide-open highway, the windows down, music playing, and that unmistakable purr of the engine harmonizing with the rhythm of your favorite tunes. It was the kind of car that made you feel invincible, a perfect blend of comfort and power that could easily transition from a leisurely drive to an exhilarating burst of speed. The 3-speed automatic transmission ensured a smooth ride, seamlessly shifting through gears, enhancing that feeling of effortless control. The Regal's engine was more than just a mechanical component. It represented a cultural moment in America. In those days, owning a car like the Regal was a statement of freedom, individuality, and a touch of rebellion. It was about hitting the open road and embracing the journey, a time when car culture was intertwined with the fabric of American life. The Regal catered to a generation that craved style and substance, and under its hood, it delivered just that. A heart that thumped with pride, echoing the dreams and aspirations of a nation in search of its identity. As we dive deeper into the driving experience, it becomes clear that the Buick Regal was not just a car. It was a companion on the road, a partner in adventure, and a bridge to unforgettable memories that would last a lifetime. Each drive was a chance to create stories, and the engine was the very soul that propelled those moments, making the 1975 Buick Regal an enduring symbol of American automotive heritage. As we slide into the world of the 1975 Buick Regal, we can't help but admire its striking silhouette, a product of the genius that was Bill Mitchell, the chief designer at General Motors. If you were lucky enough to be behind the wheel of this stunning machine, you'd notice its colonnade hardtop styling, those frameless door windows glinting in the sunlight, giving you that feeling of openness. It wasn't just a car, it was a sanctuary on wheels, designed to make every journey feel special. Upon entering the Regal, the plush interior enveloped you like a warm embrace. The seats were designed for comfort, with soft fabrics that made you want to sink in and stay a while. The dashboard was elegantly laid out, with all the controls within easy reach, each knob and button crafted to feel good in your hands. You could almost hear the soft hum of the engine as you settled in, waiting to be unleashed on the road. And let's not forget that steering wheel, firm yet supple. It was a connection to the very heart of the car. Gripping it felt like holding onto a piece of the American dream. Looking out over that long hood, you felt like a captain surveying the horizon. The view was commanding, with the road stretching out in front of you, inviting you to explore. It was a feeling of freedom, a promise of adventure waiting just beyond the next bend. The Regal's design was all about the experience. The semi-fastback roofline not only gave it a sporty edge, but also made every drive feel like a journey into your own story. As you cruised down the boulevard or glided into a drive-in theater, heads would turn. The Regal was not just about personal luxury, it was about making a statement. You were part of a larger narrative, a symbol of the times when American cars were a reflection of individuality and style. The sound of the engine, that throaty purr as you pressed the accelerator, was a melody that resonated with countless enthusiasts. It spoke of power and grace, of long summer nights and open roads, of memories created and friendships forged. Every detail, from its elegant curves to the thoughtful touches inside, was designed to evoke a sense of pride. When you drove a Buick Regal, you weren't just driving a car, you were part of a legacy, one that celebrated the spirit of American ingenuity and the joy of the open road. It was a true testament to the era, where cars were not just transportation, but vessels of dreams and memories. And as you turned the key in the ignition, you knew you were about to embark on another unforgettable adventure. As the sun set over the horizon, casting a golden glow on the American landscape, the streets were alive with the roar of engines and the thrill of competition. It was the mid-70s, a time when the automotive industry was brimming with ambition and innovation, and in the midst of this exhilarating atmosphere stood the regal presence of the 1975 Buick Regal. Picture this. You're cruising down the boulevard in your Regal, the wind tousling your hair, and the soft purr of the V6 engine humming beneath the hood. This was not just a car. It was a statement, a reflection of the times, and a proud emblem of American craftsmanship. When Buick launched the Regal, it entered a fierce arena dominated by other Detroit giants, each vying for the title of King of the Road. The Oldsmobile Cutlass, Ford Torino, Chevrolet Malibu, and Pontiac Le Mans were all formidable contenders, each boasting their own unique mix of style, performance, and comfort. But the Regal had something special. It was more than just another personal luxury car. It was a blend of elegance and power, appealing to those who valued both comfort and a hint of excitement behind the wheel. At stoplights, the competition was fierce. You could feel the tension in the air as drivers sized each other up, the engines revving in anticipation. The Regal, with its impressive V8 option boasting up to 200 horsepower, could hold its own against its rivals. As the light turned green, it was a thrilling dance of horsepower and torque, with the Regal gliding smoothly ahead, its double A-arm front suspension providing the kind of ride that felt as if you were floating on air. It wasn't just about speed. It was about how the car made you feel, a sense of pride and connection to a legacy that ran deep through the heart of America, and let's not forget the interior. While competitors offered their own plush comforts, the Regal's semi-fastback roofline and luxurious touches set it apart. The soft seats embraced you as you drove, while the sound insulation allowed you to enjoy the tunes of your favorite artists blaring from the radio. Perhaps a little classic rock, or maybe some smooth Motown. It was the perfect soundtrack for those late-night drives to the drive-in theater where you could pull up in your Regal and feel like a star. The Regal's charm was undeniable. It spoke to the desires of a generation, merging practicality with an aspirational lifestyle. While the oil crisis loomed overhead, pushing many automakers to downsize and rethink their strategies, the Buick Regal stood tall, confident and ready to face the challenges ahead. It was a car that not only represented the spirit of the era, but also carved a niche for itself that would echo through the years, forever remembered as a king of the road in the golden age of American cars. As we delve deeper into the legacy of the 1975 Buick Regal, we find that this car was never just a collection of metal and parts. It was a bona fide American icon, woven into the very fabric of our pop culture. If you were around during those vibrant years, you'd remember the thrill of the drive-in theater, where couples would share popcorn and laughter while the latest blockbuster flickered on the screen. In many of those films, the Regal cruised effortlessly into the frame, embodying an era of style and sophistication that resonated with audiences everywhere. While it may not have been the star of a particular blockbuster, the Regal was the kind of car that adorned the driveways of heroes, the kind of machines that made ordinary folks feel extraordinary. Imagine the sight of a polished Regal gliding down the boulevard, with its semi-fastback roofline catching the light just right. It was a symbol of success, an emblem of the American dream that so many aspired to. The Regal's luxurious interior and cushy seating made it the perfect vehicle for family road trips, where laughter and stories were shared and memories were made. Television, too, was filled with characters who drove this magnificent machine. Picture the dashing private eye, solving mysteries with style, or the ambitious young couple making their way up the corporate ladder, all while cruising in their trusty Regal. The car was more than transportation. It became a part of the narrative, an extension of the characters' dreams and aspirations. It represented youth, freedom, and the promise of adventure, perfectly encapsulating the spirit of the mid-70s. As the years rolled on, the Regal garnered a reputation that transcended mere transportation. It became synonymous with personal luxury, a vehicle that balanced comfort and performance while still appealing to the heart of the American consumer. Its design, carefully crafted under the watchful eye of Bill Mitchell, showcased an aesthetic that was both timeless and modern. The frameless door glass and sleek lines captivated those who laid eyes on it, making it a desirable choice for families and individuals alike. Even as the landscape of American automobiles began to shift in response to the oil crisis, the Regal's legacy endured. It paved the way for future generations of Buick vehicles, solidifying its place in the hearts of those who appreciated its blend of elegance and power. Today, the story of the Buick Regal represents not just a chapter in automotive history, but a reflection of an era when America was at its most vibrant, an era that many of us fondly remember. It was more than a car. It was a cherished companion on the open road, a symbol of hope, and a testament to the enduring spirit of American ingenuity. As the years have rolled on, the legacy of the 1975 Buick Regal continues to shine brightly, a beacon of a bygone era that many of us still hold dear. Today, this car is not just a classic. It's a symbol of a time when American automobile craftsmanship reached a pinnacle of style and comfort, and when the open road promised freedom and adventure. Collectors and enthusiasts alike have come to cherish this model, not just for its sleek design and powerful engine options, but for the memories it evokes. For those who owned one, the Regal was more than just a car. It was a ticket to the drive-in movie theaters on warm summer nights, a companion for long weekend getaways, and a statement of personal style that reflected the aspirations of its owner. In the world of classic car collecting, the Regal stands out as a sought-after gem, with enthusiasts eager to restore and preserve these vehicles as a testament to the craftsmanship of the era. Its unique colonnade, hardtop styling, characterized by frameless windows and a semi-fastback roofline, continues to attract admirers who recognize its innovative design. While many cars of its time have faded into obscurity, the Regal endures, reminding us of an age when automobiles were not just a means of transportation, but a reflection of our identity and dreams. Yet, beyond its mechanical beauty and collector's value, the 1975 Buick Regal embodies something deeper. It represents a collective memory of a time when the American spirit thrived in the face of challenges, a reminder of family road trips, Sunday drives, and the unmistakable thrill of cruising down the boulevard with the windows rolled down and the radio blaring. For those who remember, this car is a time capsule, encapsulating the hopes and dreams of a generation that sought to carve out their own place in the world. As we reflect on the enduring significance of the Buick Regal, let us remember that it is more than just a piece of metal. It is a cherished artifact of our shared history. It symbolizes the resilience and ingenuity of American manufacturing and the joy of the open road. For those of us who have lived through those vibrant years, the Regal is a reminder of who we were, what we aspired to be, and the roads we traveled, both literally and metaphorically. In this ever-changing world, the 1975 Buick Regal remains an enduring emblem of nostalgia, a tribute to the dreams we once chased, and a promise that the spirit of those days will live on in our hearts. Thank you for taking this trip down memory lane with us. If you enjoyed it, a subscription and a thumbs up would mean the world. We're trying to build a community here for folks who appreciate the classics, so I'd be honored if you'd share a memory of the 1975 Buick Regal in the comments below. Let me know where you're watching from and what this car means to you. Your stories are the real history. Until next time, take care.